And tea party, a little tea about the events of the week. What's going on? Oh my goodness, the primary elections are next week. And what is all that shit in your mailbox? What a great week of Portland Pep. I had the honor of emceeing the Travel Portland Awards and State of the Industry this week. It was an amazing event. There were hundreds of people at the downtown Marriott. You know, that one right on the water behind the amphitheater where we have the Jazz Festival. Such a cool space. If you want to have like a downtown weekend and be a tourist in Portland, you should definitely check it out. It was a Portland Tea Party host's dream. The mayor was there. The head of Travel Portland was there. Commissioner Rubio, Commissioner Gonzalez, a bunch of other electeds, and a bunch of my friends from the startup community, and tons of people from the tourism industry that are making Portland better. And we got to see all the stats of what's happening in tourism, which doesn't sound like a party, but it actually was really celebratory and fun, and see that tourism is on the rebound. So there's a lot to celebrate. It felt like a pep rally for the city of Portland, and we need more of that right now. I mean, I think we should have like a citywide pep rally at like Timbers Thorn Stadium, maybe. Just saying. I'm happy to help organize that. Today is May 17th. See, I had to check on my computer, which means we have 4 days to get our ballots in. And I've been saving my ballot, which I need to get in now. So this is the last day I'm going to tell you. It could not be easier. They send it to your house. They send you a whole ass voter's guide. There's no excuse not to be voting. I'm mailing mine today. I'm going to stop reminding you. But let's just start with that T, okay? The T on voting. And a lot of you don't realize this because I tell people this all the time. In a closed primary, which we're having May 21st is the primary date. The general election, as you know, is always the first Tuesday in November. But I'm just going to get even stronger about this. The May election is more important. You have to know the game to win the game, right? So your vote in local elections carries more weight than your vote in the national election. So you've got to vote local. And because in Portland, the Democrat usually wins, you want to pick which Democrat. So you have to be registered Democrat because in a closed primary, only the Democrats can vote on the Democrats, right? So, you know, I get it. Like, you want to be independent. You're not happy with everything the party does. You know, you're a Republican. Well, guess what? Your vote's not counting, really. Not much. Okay. So just know the game to play the game. If you want to change the game, that's fine. But listen, for this week, well, it's too late if you didn't register to vote. Register for the November election. Still important, but not as important as May. So when we have these really contentious races where there's a bunch of people going up against each other, this is where they really get chosen and they get to just kind of coast through to November, right? Because they don't really have challengers on the other side. So this is the vote that counts. Get it in, get it in, get it in. It took me about 20 minutes to go through the voter's guide and really look at who was running and what they stood for. I love the voter's guide because it's not objective because people supply their own statements, but it's fair because everybody gets the same amount of space to say why you should vote for them. Now, there are some positions where there's only one person on my ballot, right? Like a lot of the judge positions, people don't contest incumbent judges. Guess what? This is just my thing. I don't vote for you if you didn't put in a statement in the voter's guide. What is this laziness and sense of entitlement that you're not going to put a statement in the voter's guide? Someone's got to give me a good argument as to why you're not going to talk to the people when you only have a chance to do that every few years. So that's that. Get your ballot in. May is what matters. May is when we're going to be choosing the people who are inevitably going to win in November. Take those offices and affect our lives way more than the president does or the Senate or the Congress, in the sense that these are the people deciding where the money goes, how to solve the homelessness crisis, how to solve the mental health crisis, addiction, housing, all the issues that you have told everybody that you care about, the ones that when we walk out on our street, are what matter. Like, are we going to have the money to fix our literal streets? It is in this election. So if you have to pause this and go vote, I won't be offended. Just get it done. Okay, let's get on to a little, I guess it's kind of all tea today, but we want to do a little tea on how these people are campaigning. Okay, friends, we have got, oh, look at this. Look at this. It's like a little slideshow that's happening. I tried to have a background. So, guys, I'm producing this by myself. It's my hobby. I don't know. Anything can happen. It's live. All right. So these things are coming in my mail. Not everyone gets these, right? Because they actually know who's registered Democrat, Republican, who's more likely to be, there's like algorithms for like who's more likely to be affected or like persuaded to vote for different people, right? And so they feel that I'm a target for persuasion. So I get all these in my mailbox. And they've been going straight from the mailbox to the recycling bin because I don't really trust these things. But then I thought, hey, my Portland Tea Partiers might want to know what's going on with all these things before we recycle them. So we're just going to run through these and we're going to rate them, Drake or Kendrick, right? In this epic battle of who's going to win and who's going to dominate these elections, are we getting Drake energy or Kendrick energy from these mailers? All right. I'm just going to pick these at random. Shuffling. Okay, first we've got Mike Schmidt for district attorney. I'm already favoring Mike just because he was on this show. So, so let's see. Oh, this is positive for Schmidt, partnering with police. So he's trying to say, I do law and order, whereas he's been criticized before for being too lax on crime. So he's trying to combat that with this. The real Schmidt oh, we've got some bullet points. I love that. We've got more light. So, okay, aligned with the police. He's admitting these 4 years have been tough. Crackdown on fentanyl. I'm going to give this a Kendrick. All right, over here. Here we got, Maxine Dexter. Which race is this? We've got Dexter, I think, for Congress. Yes. So this is to represent us federally. Very important. I care about what the rest of the country thinks about Portland, so I want a good rep in there. So, wow, look at this. Endorsement. Lots of quotes. So, it's that peer pressure thing. But let's see who our endorsers are. We've got former Governor John Kitzhaber, Ted Kolongoski, Oregon Treasurer. This is pretty strong. Return your ballot for Maxine Dexter. Picture of her talking to a bunch of women. She's a doctor. She's got a vision. According to this, I'll give this some Kendrick energy. Okay. All right. We've got another Mike Schmidt getting illegal weapons. Wait. NRA's biggest cheerleader, voodoo. Oh, I get it. We're trolling Betsy Johnson because she got 100 rating from the NRA. Well, she didn't win governor, so I think she's kind of not relevant right now, but they're using her as a polarizing figure that's kind of anti-liberal. I mean, I see what you're doing here, Mike. I don't know. It doesn't persuade me. Drake. All right. This is my favorite. No. I mean, Jesse Burke, what is this beautiful magazine thing I'm getting? I know some people are going to think it's too bougie, but listen, this is my style because you know what? All these things look exactly the same. And can we get a little innovation in marketing here? Oh my gosh. Someday I'm going to campaign and my marketing is going to be wild, y'all. Just trust me right now. Look at this. It's as though somebody else wrote it, right? Change maker, visionary, and everything. Now, this is the most beautiful mailer I have ever seen. So it's definitely Kendrick energy. However, I'm worried it might alienate some people. There's a lot of words. I don't know. We're going to see. This is a very hot race for Multnomah commissioner because as I've learned in the last few weeks, Multnomah commissioners have a lot of power. And then the head commissioner, I forget the title, is going to have tons of power. This is where our money is directed for the homelessness, for healthcare. So important race. Absolute Kendrick. All right. Oh, we've got another Maxine Dexter. They really want me to vote. Looks exactly like the last one. Okay, doctor, I get it. You're a doctor. Okay, you're talking. It's kind of let's just give it Drake. All right. So Nathan Vasquez running against Mike Schmidt for district attorney. How awkward would it be if your own employee was running against you, or if you were running against your boss? Like, hey, good morning, everyone. I just like slaughtered my boss in the news yesterday. I can't imagine what it's like around there. Or maybe it's just cordial. I mean, I've heard that the city council is being very cordial with each other, even though 3 out of 5 of them are running for mayor. So I don't know. But for me, I would not like that energy at work. All right. Whoa, this is a negative one. Nathan Vasquez did not vote to stop Trump. In fact, he didn't vote to stop anyone. Whoa, he didn't vote in half the elections in the last 20 years. I wonder if that's counting these primaries. Can we really trust him? I don't even know who this guy is that they're trying to say he supports. I mean, this is very disingenuous, but as a mailer and like rap battle, it's pretty effective. So we're going to Kendrick that. All right, zoo bond. We got to vote for more money to protect the zoo, or actually, it's not going to be more money for some people. It's property taxes. Anything with animals on it is winning. I mean, the zoo just they can do it. Kendrick. All right. So Shannon Singleton running against Jesse Burke. So this is, again, for Multnomah County Commissioner. Shannon Singleton has quite the government record, head of DEI, I believe, at Kate Brown's governor office, and also interim lead of the Joint Office of Homelessness. So you could say, on the one, I'm not going to editorialize. All right. Whoa, this one's negative. Couldn't count the number of at house when she was in charge. Searing audits. No trespassing. Prohibida la entrada. And then we got, oh man, this is haterade. I don't really like hater things, but this is an effective way to make me pause. Like, oh, she wasn't effective in those roles, is what they're saying. I mean, this is still a nice photo of her. They should have picked a worse photo of her. We can't afford her. Reject. This one's hard. I mean, I think it's actually Drake. It's not that sophisticated, but it's kind of, we're just still Draking it. Whoa, Sam, loving the branding, except that this year I am watching West Wing straight through. And when in season 4, Sam Seaborn runs for Congress, his signs look a lot like this. So I'm just saying, inspired by West Wing, I don't know, but still kind of probably a good move. All right, so we've got Adams looking determined with a person of color, and we've got Oregonian. Oregonian stands for Adams. We've got, Antoinette Edwards. She's supposed to be super dope. I'm looking forward to meeting her soon. So we've got diverse support. Sam is reliable and trustworthy. Let's fix it. We're with Sam. I mean, this is a very nice mailer. It's appealing. It does look political, but not so overtly political. So this is Kendrick. All right. I might be over Kendricking here. I just, everyone's trying so hard. I want to help them. Okay. Sushila Jayapal. This is Congress. This is the congressional race in my district. Oh, despite years of cries for help, Sushila did nothing. Wretched condition. Oh, yeah, she's got puppies behind bars. I mean, this is kind of a reach, right? Like, she didn't help the animal shelter. I'm not falling for it. Okay. Sushila's record on train wreck. Okay, I've gotten so many anti-Sushila things that I no longer believe it, right? It's like methinks the lady doth protest too much, the lady not being Sushila, but the lady being whoever's sending all these. Like, what are you so scared of? You think she's really going to win. So now I'm not a literal picture of a train wreck. You should have put a dumpster fire. That's way more Portland. No, Drake. All right. Ooh, we've got a pretty Sushila one here. I've been, like I said, getting Sushila mailers like 2 a day. All right. She's got oh, this is very clever. The rainbow flag in the background. She looks gorgeous. Here we go. Endorsed by Bernie Sanders. Oh, Portlanders love that shit. Okay. So most progressive race, children, library. There's a lot of subtext here. Very clever, very strategic. Kendrick, all the way. All right. More Maxine Texter. You say, okay, at this point, I get it. You're a doctor. I mean, I don't know that being a doctor is the best qualification for serving in office. It seems like a very different job. Although I highly respect doctors and I'd much rather have a doctor in office than many other careers. But I'm starting to get burned out on these. I don't know. I mean, it's still a good, a patient testimony. No, Drake. All right. Oh, here we have another Shashila haterade. Oh, dogs in a cage. There's nothing in her track record to suggest she can lead. I'm guessing that was taken out of context because I don't think the Willamette Week would say that. I'm guessing it was to lead something instead of cleaning up her mess. I just don't buy it, Drake. All right, zoo, a better zoo, rhinos, anything with a giraffe on it, Kendrick. Okay, here we have an ad for Broadway Rose Theater Company. More Sam's. He's got these mailers that open up. I mean, I was like a two-page mailer. How much do these cost, though? How many do they print? This is why they have to fundraise, so they can get all this recyclable material. But these are just support. I mean, he does good ads. His branding is good. And I think because he's a polarizing figure, it doesn't even say Adams on his, it doesn't say Sam Adams, right? It's very clever. Kendrick, also clever. All right. Oh, here we go. Vasquez doesn't. This is shading Vasquez. This is forward for Mike Schmidt. Criminal back. I mean, look at this CSI scene right here. No, Drake. All right. Here's another Shushila one. It's like someone hand wrote this on a. What? Just get a better graphic designer. Drake. All right. Reject Santa's. They do not. Who is paying for this? We should be looking at who's paying for these, but they're these groups you've never heard of. So it's not like that would clarify anything. Paid for by Coalition for Portland's Future. I don't know who that is or who's behind it. Top donors are United for Port. I mean, there's so many Portland this, Portland that. I can't remember who's who. Portland Metropolitan Association of Realtors PAC. They're not endorsers that I care about, We can't afford her track record of single mom with twins needs a little help. I mean, come on. She's not responsible for that sign. I mean, I'm not happy with the leaders of our homelessness thing. I think they're in a stalemate. I don't think they're being productive. I don't think they're moving fast enough like everybody else. With the large asterisk that I know there's a lot of good people doing the work, but listen, y'all are trying to do it perfectly and not just getting things done. So I don't think this is a great ad. We're going to Drake it, but still do better on homelessness. Oh, we got another Shushila. Oh, this one is a file folder, so you know it's official. And then these handwritten fonts, Drake, automatic Drake from now on. Oh, I love this. I used to use this trick when I had a marketing firm. Do a different size. So here we've got like an 8.5 by 14. So it's going to stick out from all the other ones. It's a very clever marketing strategy. I'm just going to give him Kendrick for that. All right. Oh, well, now we're seeing a positive Singleton one. That's great. So Look and Fly, Kate Brown. Some people don't care for Kate Brown, but I care for Kate. I love Kate Brown. Okay, so I'm like, okay, I like these colors. It's like official Juno blue communicates trust. That's marketing. We like to see blue. Blue communicates trust. So these shades of blue with like a greenish tint to them also gives you a little environment, climate, warmth, sincerity. She's got a lot of endorsers that are pretty influential, right? So, I think it doesn't talk about her record. Oh, Kendrick has a really high bar. I don't know. I'm gonna drink it. Sorry, Shannon. I know you're a lovely person. Health. Well, this is not really about the candidates. It's about who they hired to do their marketing, because I'm sure they're not sitting on Adobe InDesign and designing these themselves. Oh, Shushila, she's making sure that we get healthcare. I mean, that's what I want Congress to be working on for sure. Fights for Medicare for all. She's looking congressional. There's these thoughtful, I love that we have cast a lady doctor, not insurance companies. Yes. Kendrick. All right. Bed bugs wrote, wait, I thought this was an ad for an exterminator. Oh my gosh. Why are these people so anti? But this little square, wow. I mean, it got my attention as a diss track. It's winning, Kendrick. All right. One more Shashila, Medicare for all. I'm seeing that again. Oh, look at these lovely people. I don't want them to be vulnerable, but they probably already qualify for Medicare. So how about showing, I don't know, strong feelings on healthcare? Support. We got more Bernie. I mean, like, I get it. Bernie endorses you, but who else? I want to see more endorsements on this. I'm going to drink it. Well, if you don't know what to do with your political mailers, now you have a new fun game to play with your friends this weekend. A little Drake or Kendrick. And speaking of Drake and Kendrick, I'm thinking of starting a rap battle with another Portland news-ish, editorial-ish, party-ish media outlet. What do you think? Watch Instagram. That's where I would drop it. So we'll see what happens. Next up, where the party's at. Okay, if you're looking for a fun event this weekend, of course you are, because it's spring, everyone's energy is higher, it's beautiful out. Even when it's cloudy, it's still pretty warm, warm enough to get out there and do something. I don't see any rain in the forecast, so please get out there, do something fun, support local. There's a Mount Tabor art walk where you actually go get to meet the artists, I think go into their homes and everything. I think that's happening today and tomorrow. I'm doing this from memory. So look in the show notes here under your LinkedIn or YouTube stream. I'm also really excited about a musical for kids called She Persisted, which is happening through the Oregon Children's Theater. It's downtown. I'm definitely taking my little niece to go see that. There's some other great children's shows coming up. So getting children to explore and check out the theater early is a great thing to do. Just help them see all the possibilities. And then, of course, who can resist a good educational opportunity about women's history and a little intro to feminism? Definitely taking my niece to that next week. That's happening through May 26th. So you have a whole week, and I know there are tickets left. I hope to see you there. And thank you so much to Portland Bureau of Transportation, who is hosting another Parkways. So we've got those Sunday Parkways events where they shut down the street so it can be all pedestrians and bikes and fun things going on. We've got one on the east side happening, I think, this Saturday or Sunday. And definitely go check that out. It's a great place to bring family, bring kids, all ages. You can get out there in the streets and bike, walk, or just say hi to your neighbors, make a new friend. All right. Next week, we will have some election results, talk about what we think these candidates for November might do. But remember, the people who win on the 21st are probably going to be the ones elected in November. So watch the returns on May 21st, and we'll be back with you next Friday to talk about what happened. Have a great